We're in this wild new era, right? AI isn't just a tool anymore. It's like a creative partner that can just spit out endless ideas. But here's the twist. This flood of creativity has actually created a brand new problem, one nobody really saw coming. Yeah, check out this quote from a researcher named Sankar. If I have 1,000 ideas and all of them turn out to be good, I mean, that just nails it, doesn't it? We've totally flipped the script from struggling to find any idea to being buried in an avalanche of good ones. So picture this. Your boss asks you to solve something, and boom, instead of staring at a blank page, you get 1,000 solid ideas. Now what? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? When you've got a sea of good, how on earth do you spot the great?
And this is exactly what the research we're looking at calls the 1,000-idea problem. It's not a problem of scarcity, it's a problem of abundance. Our issue isn't a creative block anymore, it's a creative flood.
I mean, think about it. These conversational AIs, the LLMs, they've just supercharged the whole process. A brainstorming session that used to take a whole team hours just to get, a dozen ideas? Now, one person can get hundreds, maybe even thousands in a matter of minutes. The scale is just mind-boggling.
And that's the key, right? The scale. A team of people can, sit down and go through 30 ideas. Sure, it's slow, people have their biases, but you can do it. Now, try doing that with 1,000 ideas. Seriously, imagine reading and fairly judging 1,000 different concepts. You just can't. It's not just impractical, it's physically impossible to do well. You'd get tired, your judgment would get cloudy, the whole thing falls apart.
Okay, so if we can't sort through this mess ourselves, what's the obvious solution? Well, let's just get another AI to do it, right? If AI can make the ideas, surely it can pick the best one for us. And yup, that's exactly what people started building. A whole new wave of AI tools designed to just score ideas. They look at things like novelty and give you a number. It sounds perfect on paper. The problem is when researchers actually tested these tools, they discovered a massive, massive flaw. Okay, this is where it gets fascinating. The researchers took the exact same list of ideas and fed it to 5 of the top AI evaluation tools out there. They wanted to see if these AI judges would agree. The results were, well, let's just say they were not what you'd expect.
Just look at this chart. That first idea, the one highlighted, the GPT tool thinks it's pretty novel, scores it almost a 4 out of 5. Great. But then another tool, OCSA, gives that exact same idea a score below 2.5. And then 80 scores it over 4. So you've got 5 expert AI judges all looking at the same thing, and they're all giving you completely different answers. It's chaos.
And look, this isn't just a tiny rounding error. This is a fundamental disagreement. If your panel of experts can't even agree on the rules, how can you trust any one of them? The whole idea of an objective AI picking the winner just goes right out the window. So, what's going on here? Why is this whole scoring thing such a mess? Well, first off, the obvious one. The ratings are all over the place. But it's deeper than that. A number, a score, doesn't tell you why an idea is good. It gives you zero insight. Plus, a lot of these tools just kind of give everything a high score, so you still can't tell the good from the great. And maybe most importantly, they're only looking at one idea at a time. They have no clue about the big picture, about the diversity of the whole set. And that leads us to the real breakthrough in this research, the big aha moment. Maybe we're asking the wrong question entirely. Instead of asking, is this idea good? What if we asked, what does our entire universe of ideas look like? What if instead of scoring ideas, we could map them? They call this the idea space, and it's such a great way to think about it. Imagine a giant map. Every single one of your 1,000 ideas is a single dot on that map. Ideas that are similar are clustered together. Ideas that are really different are far apart. All of a sudden, you're not a judge with a scorecard. You're an explorer, looking at the entire landscape of what's possible. And these 2 images show you exactly what I mean. On the left, that's what happens when a team gets stuck. It's called design fixation. See how all the dots are clumped together? They're just exploring one tiny corner of the map. But on the right, that's the dream. That's a healthy brainstorm. The ideas are spread out, covering tons of ground. It's diverse, it's creative, it's what you want to see. Okay, so this is cool, but how do you actually make one of these maps? How do you turn a boring list of ideas into this cool visual? Well, it's a really clever process that's part human structure, part AI magic. First things first, you need a structure. You can't just throw a random list of sentences at the AI. So the researchers built a tool that generates ideas in a really specific format: action, object, context. Basically, for every idea, you define what it does, what it affects, and in what situation. Having this consistent structure for every single idea is the secret sauce that makes the whole mapping thing work. So here's how it works, in 3 steps. 1, you get all your ideas into that structured action, object, context format. 2, and this is the really cool part, the AI reads the meaning of each idea and uses something called embeddings to turn that meaning into a set of coordinates. It's literally giving each idea an address on the map. And 3, you just plot all those coordinates and bam, your idea space, your whole creative landscape just appears right in front of you. Just think about how huge that is. You're going from this massive, overwhelming list of text that's impossible to get your head around to an actual map, a visual tool that you and your team can look at together. You can literally see the clusters of ideas. And even better, you can see the big empty spaces where the next great idea might be hiding.
So what's the bottom line? Why is having a map so much better than having a list of scores? Well, for anyone trying to innovate, the difference is night and day.
It all comes down to seeing the big picture. The map shows you the entire creative canvas, not just a bunch of disconnected points. You can immediately see, oh, wow, we have 20 ideas that are all basically the same thing. That saves so much time. But the real power is in seeing the gaps. It points out the unexplored territories, the places your team hasn't even thought to look yet. It stops being about judging and starts being a strategic conversation. You can all look at it and say, okay, we've done a lot over here, but what if we go explore that empty space over there? You see, this completely changes how we should think about using AI for creativity. We shouldn't be asking it to give us the best answer. We should be asking it to draw us a map of all the answers. If AI can be our guide, our cartographer for the world of ideas, it just makes you wonder, doesn't it? What amazing undiscovered places are we going to find next?